G'day mates, and welcome back to Blxz Aldrin Space Program Manager Soviet version or Soviet campaign. Now, last episode was an absolute disaster. We've had a couple of crashes and things are not looking good at the moment. Our prestige, well, things are looking pretty good. Let's be honest here. Things are good. I've got 5 turns remaining to get essentially 1044 prestige or more. Now that is doable. It's definitely doable. Although, having a quick look, I've gone through all our systems and had a look at them. The Vostok booster is looking very good, so we could start doing some tests of the Vostok capsule, some uncrewed tests and whatnot. It's an option. The problem is the lunar booster has been really set back. It lost nearly 10%, and it's only gaining about 3.6 currently with all our people on it. And there isn't really enough time in 5 seasons to take people off and train them up, and then we're not going to actually gain back what we lose by taking them off. So we do need to keep pushing forward for a short-term victory here. Now, if we can get that up just a little bit more, it will be worthwhile giving it a shot. It'll also buy us some time for our Vostok to do, our lunar probe, lunar rocket to get up there. Confusing my words here. The thing is though, you look here, the Lunar 3 probe is actually very nearly R&D'd out to the maximum. It can get a little bit higher by practicing launching it. You can get up to 92.8 reliability, which again is not very good, but that's the Russian campaign for you. Things tend to be quite low reliability. The thing is though, we're only going to gain another basically 1.3%, which is actually a couple of turns worth of sticking these guys on. So I have a better idea. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take them off, and we're not going to put them in training. We're going to look at other lunar probes. Now this green rocket symbol shows that we actually have a rocket that's capable of launching something, at least one thing, in this particular field. Of course there's only one here. Have a look in here. There's only one thing there. There's only one thing there. So there's only actually one mission variant to all of these. And we actually don't have anything powerful enough to launch the Zond 5, but the Lunar 2 impactor. So this is a flyby. It's going to shoot up, it's going to go past the moon, and fling off into space. The impactor is actually going to crash into it. We're going to shoot it up and smash it into the moon, and these are historical missions, and they're actually going to look for, the bits of dust that come up and try and analyze them and find out what the moon's made of that way. We actually do have a rocket that can launch it. So what I'm going to do is... Oh wait, I can't do that. I thought about this all off camera and I wasn't paying attention. I can't actually open up any more than 3 programs. So the question now is, do I shut down the PKA space plane thing? It's a very expensive program to do. That's a lot of prestige there. That is a decent amount of prestige there. I could do it. I probably could do it, but it's a lot of money I'm going to be throwing away that I really can't quite afford. So actually, what I'm going to do, I know I've wasted it by keeping it open all this time, I am going to shut it. I can always reopen it if I need to, but that's, again, a big cost. So I'm going to shut it down for now. That gives us a little bit more income. And I'm going to open up the Lunar 2. It's going to cost most of our remaining money. There is a small maintenance fee, but by opening this program, what I can do is start sticking. I can use the lunar booster, and I can schedule these people to start working on it. And the upside is it already has 63% current reliability. It's already very, very reliable. All I got to do is get this rocket to start working, and then we'll be able to launch a couple of missions in quick succession, Lunar 3 and Lunar 2. And hopefully they'll work. This rocket can launch 390 kilograms to a translunar thingy, translunar injection, and this probe is 387, so it is the upper limit. Can't put anything else on this rocket. So hopefully this will work. It's also gaining 7.7, so in a couple of turns, by the time we're ready to launch Lunar 3, we'll be able to send this one up as well, I suspect. So So, how are we going to do this? Let's think. 5 turns remaining. You can just train in fitness as well. And you are pretty good at fitness now. I'd like to get your, probably get your EVA up more, because that will come in handy in the future. I may as well keep training my people in what they're best at. I know it's almost a waste of the money at this point, but I really would like to get them as good as I possibly can. 8.8. You can be our best booster person. Obviously mission operations, trajectory, spacecraft, operations, and you are everything, so 19 works there. Okay, let's go for a couple more turns and hope that we can get that rocket up good enough. Okay, 72%, that's not bad. And you are going very well. Here, Luna 2 will be ready to launch almost straight away after this. Okay, they've put an orbiting frog otolith up into space, which is quite a heavy satellite actually, and it's a decent amount of prestige studying life around the Earth. And so obviously NASA is doing well. What have we got here? You guys are human-rated rockets. Can I stick you on to this here? 54... No, still not as good as him. Well, you may as well actually just start working on those then. There's nothing else. I mean, it's only 1.1%, but you may as well train it up because there's nothing else I can put you on for the time being. Let's have a quick look in here. Yeah, that's up. You know, Luna 2 is going to catch up very quickly, so I'm not going to bother with that. And, okay, good. Another turn. Oh, no. People here, they're training. You can be trajectory. System. Trajectory. Alrighty, off we go. Full stock is pretty much as good as it's going to get. You are nearly there, hopefully 1 or 2 more turns. And you're looking very good. Okay, they've put a man in space. Okay, they've done the Mercury suborbital flight. So NASA is catching up to me. I need to get my act together before they overtake me. You are a rocket person. Excellent, that's what I need. What I can do here and take everyone off, because again, the person on the furthest left, the highest skill, is worth the most. May as well put you there, and I'm going to train you up in crewed spacecraft, because there's actually something over here I can put you on. Not really, better off training you. Crewed spacecraft, get that to a high level. These two here, what are you guys doing? You are, got your leadership up high. You know, I don't even see you until you get that up. At least 80. You're good though, you're very good. Oh, you trained you before, you've been in space. You can get your, may as well get your science up. I don't know what we use that for necessarily, but it will be useful, I think. Let me think what we're doing. We have 3 turns left, that's fine. Let's go. Luna is at 70, nearly 78. I think that's the best we're going to get. Okay, they've done another lunar flyby. And they've mapped the moon, so they're already... NASA's doing very well. This is a problem. This is a big problem. But all our people have come out of training down here. Although let's put our cosmonauts back in quickly. As we'll get your fitness up a bit more. And you are... Yeah, let's make you more fit as well. And give me a few seconds, I'll be back shortly. And I'm back. My wife just came home. So, what was I doing before I paused this? Let me think. I think I was about to launch the... Have I already launched it? Nope, apparently not. Okay, what I need to do is launch the probe. Let's check our rocket. Nope, that's the wrong one. 77. Can this go to the moon? No, this can't get to the moon at all. Unfortunately, we can't use the more reliable, even if it's more expensive, we can't use the more reliable rocket. And sometimes that is an option. But not in this case, we have no translunar injection capability. So this is actually a weaker rocket, but it can go, it's designed, it's got more stages to it, so it's designed to go further. Alrighty. We have 77.8%, and that's going to go up another 1.8, so we'll have just over 80. No, we'll have just under 80 by the end of the turn. Okay. Luna 3. Schedule you again. Yep, I know, but we'll try not to blow up on the pad. Looks like we've got our best people on this. We are... So that means it's the best team. If they can't fix it, really is no one who can. This is going to be spending a lot of our money. In the meantime, what we can do is train the rest of you. You can go train up. I'm actually going to start multitasking a few people. I'm going to get your mission operations up. I don't normally multitask, but we may need some of that in the future. So I'm going to get your propulsion up. And you can do crew and payloads, I guess. And you are our flight director, so you can get propulsion as well, because that's your highest level up skill. Okay, let's hope for the best here. Please work. Please work, for the love of rockets. Okay, the lunar booster is, yeah, just short of an 80%. Let's go an 83% overall success rate, taken as an average. Let's go and launch this off. I'm actually in the process of launching hobby rockets in real life. I have just started doing some of that. I doubt I'll ever actually record it, because it's not quite as impressive as one of these things here, but it's a lot of fun. Definitely keen to a real thing for rockets, absolutely love them. But so far, no real problems. The rocket is holding together. And once we can get up to space, we're not going to be using the rocket anymore. And so the negative reliability, see it's jumping up. Just jumped up briefly here. Because there is now a larger focus being put on the probe as well. It's making up a larger part of the entire step. There we go. Now it's entirely the probe. We're up to nearly 90% reliability. And nothing has gone wrong. Okay, using our experiments, we're running everything. We fly past the moon. I suppose we're mapping it a bit. And we've got 1,800 points. Now that is not as many as we were going to get before, but NASA, unfortunately, achieved one of their missions, and so we missed out on mapping the surface of the moon for the first time. We only gained a much smaller amount. So it's unfortunate, but it has put us above the threshold, which is very good news. And the rocket has had a big boost up, 4.7%. And the lunar probe is up, not that we'll ever use it again. So there we go. Biosatellite, they've actually done another satellite around Earth. They are really getting good with their unmanned flights. Hopefully though, we are going to be beating them. So we've done that moon probe. We now have the option to try some Venus and Mars probes if we so desire. I probably won't do that unless we have some idle scientists sitting around and some spare money. Short duration lunar expedition, so we could now open up the mission. Let's have, ooh, well done comrade, thank you, thank you. Yep, thank you very much comrade. Now what we could do is we could theoretically open up one of these missions here and start putting people on the moon, but we really haven't built any expertise in any of these fields. If we were to, these are the three options. They're not quite exactly the same as the NASA versions, which was the Apollo mission, which is similar to, I believe, this one here. So Russians only have 2 that land on the moon. So Apollo is essentially the Soyuz version here, with a landing thing and a rendezvous, and the Gemini direct descent is this one here, the LK-700 direct descent, which is a big rocket lands down, like the whole thing. There's nothing left in orbit around the moon. You fly over, you land, you break off and you shoot up. Think Kerbal Space Program style. And the NASA also has a third one, which is the Gemini EOR lander, which is using the Langley Light Lander, which is a hypothesized, like a jetpack kind of thing, where they send one person down in a spacesuit, but otherwise completely exposed to space, I suppose. There's nothing actually protecting them other than the spacesuit and the little jetpack they've got. They send one person down, they play around on the moon, then they jetpack back up. And that was a cheaper but more risky operation. And I did all 3 of them before the historical 1969 date in my previous NASA playlist, and I probably will have put that in the description, so make sure to check that out if you have not already seen it. Now the Russians only have these 2, and I'm actually not going to open them just yet, mainly because we have no real experience putting people in capsules and sending them up. We're not going to bother with Venus or Mars, although I think historically the Russians actually were the first people to put something on Mars, maybe. Don't hold me to that, but I do know they very, very briefly had this thing here. It's a noisy cat in the background. This thing here sort of dropped down and kind of, was a mini rover. It was actually still attached by a cord back to the main ship, so it could only really rove a little bit, and unfortunately it broke, or it didn't work. Oh, there you go, you can actually see it up here, connected. But in real life it didn't deploy properly, or didn't stay powered for more than a couple of seconds, I think. So it was technically a failure, even though they did land on Mars. So let's have a look here. What are we going to do? We have enough prestige. We've got 1 more turn, and we have enough prestige for... We've actually got 816 spare. So what I'd actually like to do, let's go in here, manage programs. We're going to shut down the flyby. We're not going to do it again. If we were to do it again, we only get a tiny, paltry amount, and it's not worth the money. So this has been a good mission, but we're not doing it anymore. We do have, though, the Luna 2 impactor. Let's have a quick look at this one. If we fail, unfortunate as it would be, we're only going to lose 450. And in the interest of saving money, we could actually launch now. Now we're going to get lunar impactor. Okay, we won't be the first people to have done a lunar impact. NASA has already beaten us to it, so we're losing prestige there. But we will be the first people to get close-up pictures of the moon. So apparently their impactor, for whatever reason, didn't get close-up pictures of the moon. Perhaps it just crashed in and they looked at the dust. Ours is actually going to be recording all the way down, so ours is a slightly different mission. Apparently we have a better study of lunar soil somehow. I'm not sure how this works exactly, but for some reason we're only getting 0 prestige for that one. So 83%, it's worthwhile giving it a shot. Now the boosters are 84.4, we're at 82.6. If I schedule this mission, and I'm not sure, is it worthwhile waiting 1 more turn? You know what, I'm not sure, but I am going to think about that and probably run my numbers a little bit 1 more time just to make sure everything looks good and I'm not risking anything. But we will do that next episode. So I've been Blxz, this has been Buzz Aldrin, Space Program Manager. We're running a Soviet mission. Make sure to smash that thumbs up button if you do indeed enjoy the content and you love rockets just as much as I do. But anyway, take care, and I'll see you next time.